Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. For any first time viewers, I'm Jesse Rebirth, and today we're going to be opening up these Drifter Bruce Waynes and his bike. But as you see right now, this is our current The Batman situation with Mcfarlane Toys. We haven't stopped there though, and this has been going on weeks before the Batman ever even released. We had been picking up even the Spin Master toys. I think they're excellent. You get Selena with her bike in this one. You get Batman with his bike in this one. I mean, I've been a big fan of these Spin Master toys for a while now, back when they were doing the Batman and the Justice League. I think it's really cool that they're even doing some out there things like Jim Gordon with his police car. Thought that was really cool. And the night of release of these toys, I didn't even know it, but I accidentally happened to be at a Target where they had this guy, and it was kind of like, do I get it at the moment? But I think this is one of the coolest sets. So if you don't know, Karen and I actually buy all the Spin Master 12-inch figures. We think they're cool. I know they're very kiddish, but this was such a cool set for a Target exclusive, especially with the unmasked Bruce Wayne and this bike. So cool. By now you've probably seen everything Hot Toys is doing, Prime 1 and Queen Studios. Everyone's going to be offering 1/6 figures, and for good reason. So literally, we went and saw the Batman twice. We saw it last weekend and this weekend. And I gotta say, the second time was even better than the first. And I'm fully behind this. I want to see more movies of this world they've created. I thought it was a very small, localized story that says, you know who Batman is, we know you know who Batman is, here you go. Here's one thing going on in Gotham City, follow it. And it was really good. We didn't need to see his backstory, we didn't need to see anything about him building everything. We kind of just accept he's been doing this for 2 years, or he's in his second year doing this. And we just go from there. And it was very fast into it, but a very slow movie. And really enjoyed it. Today we're only going to be opening up these Drifter Bruce Waynes and his bike. I want to do that first, and we'll eventually get into these other ones. But let's go ahead and get these things open. Alright, so right away we have this unmasked version, and then we got this one where he is covering his face. This is supposed to be the mass retail version. And this is basically a Target exclusive without saying it. They actually never do nowadays. But this one I did pre-order online, and he still has never shipped. And I've decided from pre-ordering things at Walmart as well, if you're in the store and you find it, you buy it. Because you'll eventually get a message from Target or Walmart telling you your order could not be shipped to you. The one thing I thought was pretty cool is it's an all new packaging. We got Bruce Wayne unmasked. You see him back here with the light on the bike and his face shown, and then on this one you got it off with his face covered. So they did do the same thing basically, but you know, just a different head on there. It's literally the exact same picture, just different head sculpts. Pretty cool. Dig it. You can see right here we got his Drifter bike, and on the back you can see just what it's showing. We basically have all these figures over here. The Riddler's in the mail. I was kind of hesitant to buy some of these figures right away because I knew they would end up cheaper, but the Batman figures are selling out like crazy. They're gone from Walmart. They put out these huge features where they had all kinds of Batman stuff all over them. Figures that won't even be available for months otherwise. There's this Batman Rebirth figure I got sitting around here somewhere. Karen bought him for me. Really cool. Not going to be out for a very long time. But I think it's cool that this bike seems to come with this helmet in there. Let's go ahead. We'll get this bike open first, because I think it's going to be the most exciting. Pretty easy. So there we go. We got this helmet, a stand, and a card. Very cool. Let's go ahead and pop these off. This is actually a pretty solid little toy. Nice little bike. Pretty detailed. It shows these 3 screws on top. You think they might have covered that, but it is pretty cool. I saw people giving this figure for Bruce Wayne a lot of heat. A lot of people did not like the way it looked. The head sculpt is definitely lacking. So this basically can just sit on there. The head sculpt leaves much to be desired, but it is a mass-produced 7-inch figure, but I don't think that's really an excuse, to be honest. I think they could have done much better with it. Now this is actually pretty cool. This has a hole in it, so it can actually go on your figure. You could pop your head off and put this on. You can't see through there. I thought you could at first, but it is just plastic, solid all the way. This is a very nice feature, and I'm not sure if the box, it actually showed anything about that. It did not. It just shows him with the mask up. So, really digging that. Very cool. Bike does actually roll. You can see both sides of it. I think they did a good job getting these out and ready to go for the movie. I mean, they literally hit a day or two at a Walmart before. I guess the weekend before the movie came out, because a lot of people went and seen it on Wednesday. We did not. We had to wait until Saturday. Classic DC stand, another card. So, pretty cool. This card shows him with helmet on. This card shows him helmet off with mask off. Now, for one thing, it's pretty cool. A little backpack where you can tell where they poured it. That's kind of strange. They poured it in the mold right there and chopped it. You can see that they hooked the 2 pieces together. So I know a lot of people were given this figure. He does have a black body under there, like a shirt. So he's not just hollow, but you can see how big and bulky he is. And unless you see the movie, it might not make sense to you. I'm just going to assume at this point everyone has seen the movie. He's wearing his bat suit under there. He's wearing clothes that are way too big for him. He's carrying all the rest of his stuff in his backpack. So articulation. Our knees bend about that far. That's all the farther we're going to go. We twist at the thigh. Our toes bend. And our ankle has some movement. Shoulders, some movement with a, pretty sure it's going to be a single elbow. Yeah, single elbow joint. They're all a little stiff. And I mean, that head sculpt, that seems to be the one they're using. I've seen a lot of people are getting mad at like side eyes. This one kind of has it where they're looking off to the side, but people really just want the normal, straightforward eyes. Huh, look at that. Our stand is missing part of the DC logo. That's pretty crazy. Never seen that yet. I will say, the more these figures are mass-produced, it does seem like they're happening so fast that they're happening kind of cheaply. But I mean, they are all $20. And nowadays, that's pretty cheap compared to, you know, Mcfarlane toys were about the same price back in the day, too. So let's see what's different about this one. DC stand not missing the logo. And our card with the mask up. I wonder if I'm the only one keeping all these little cards. Alright, same deal. Same backpack, everything the same, obviously. Absolutely the same figure, except for the head sculpts. A normal person probably would have just bought one of these, but I'm sure there's a couple of you out there that bought two. His hair seems to have like a little dent in it. He does look cool with the mask up. I actually think what would be cool to do with this is to keep a mask down. Oof. I hope this comes off easy enough. Oop. Came off the opposite way we wanted to. The joint stayed in the head, but you can see that the helmet will go on this. We'll have to heat that up and try to pop it off with the pliers, but let me see what these say here. See if they're all the same thing. Ooh, they're very sparse, only a couple sentences on the back. They do not have much to say about him. Bruce Wayne unmasked. Real name Bruce Wayne. In the guise of the Drifter, Bruce Wayne is able to infiltrate the crowds of Gotham City at the ground level without revealing his true identity. Drifter motorcycle. When traversing the streets of Gotham as the Drifter, Bruce Wayne. I like how the Drifter is trademarked, Bruce Wayne's trademarked, and the Drifter bike is trademarked. A modified cafe racer. A modified cafe racer for optimum speed with minimal flare. And then this one's just the exact same too. So they don't got much to say about the Drifter Bruce Wayne, just short, sweet, to the point. Let's see how good this toy actually looks on his bike. So let's put his backpack on. I think about this point they were playing that song from the 90s grunge band. I just forgot their name.
Nirvana?
Yeah, Nirvana. There we go. It had been a while since I heard anything from Nirvana. I really liked it. I thought it worked well. So I see why our legs bend just a little bit. We can put one leg up. I don't know how well it'll work holding it on the stand with him on it. Like, I don't know if that looks like it's leaning too much. The picture they did might be impossible to recreate without some heavy duty work. Let's just see if he can sit on this, okay? You can hear those solid joints. Maybe we'll start with both hands. There we go. I think that's about the best we'll get with that. Well, he does fit on it. He fits on it a little awkward. You think he would have been built a little more for it. I'm sure if I play around with it for long enough, though, we can really get it down. Really wish this would have came out the opposite way. By now you think I would have an extra head joint. Let's see if this head comes out the way we want it to. There we go. Oh, that makes more sense. So the wheel's supposed to go in there. Kind of leans though, you know? I like it. I really like that he came with this helmet. It looks more natural with that helmet on too, huh? So I guess that's a good thing. If you get the bike, you're going to get the helmet. When I was a kid, I would have loved to have toys like this though for a movie. I mean, all the toys we got for Batman movies and everything, they always had to have some gimmick to them. I mean, these have their own gimmicks, but it's like for an adult collector that would want, you know, things they want. Like the helmet's definitely a gimmick, and the variants are a gimmick to basically make you spend money. But you know, the old ones would have had like a missile that shot out of it and ruined the sculpt in a weird way. I dig this helmet though. I really like that. I think that's really cool. Another thing that's pretty cool about it, let me just put it here so I can get them off and on. Oh, you know what? That makes so much more sense. Let me see. Put this on. Now he's flat down to the ground. But I don't think it's meant to do that. Let me see this picture. They even have him like standing on like a manhole because they know he can't reach the ground right. And he definitely will never reach it with this on. So in the picture, they kind of did it to where it looks like he's getting off the bike, but they have him standing on something pretty thick so it doesn't look too weird. Kind of wish he was a little taller for just that reason. Head sculpt ain't bad. I mean, it's not great. I'm sure with some different paint, you could make it shine. There's the two different heads though. It would be cool with having two of these to really kind of just cut one of these jackets off and get under there. See what's going on. No, really, not really necessary. I do like him. I think with the bike, he's even cooler because this helmet really works. I like that they were doing that. You know the one thing, oops, as it falls off. Guess I didn't get it in the hole as well as I wanted to. You know, instead of masked and unmasked, we'll do helmet and maybe masked. I've always complained about these ankle joints. They're not in any good way where it's like a natural standing position. But the one thing I think is really kind of upsetting about this, check this out. We get this Batman unmasked, right? Comes in the suit, very cool, whatever. On the back of it, they show him holding an empty cowl. Like, that was edited in. You can even see how the ears are like pixelated because he doesn't come with that. But that would have been an excellent accessory to put with him. I mean, you could take your head off your other Batman and maybe, oh, what did I do with him? You could take the head off your other Batman and maybe make him hold it, but it would be weird because his face is there. It would have been, that was the perfect opportunity and they completely missed it. It would be really cool if when you got the actual Bat Cycle, if this thing came with the empty cowl, but it doesn't seem to have that either. It just has something in there. It's a hand. It has an extra hand and another stand in there. I will say, at least the bike stands pretty well when you got it on its little base here. But this figure don't stand good at all. This guy is not meant to be a normal stander. Like he is, his ankles are built to be basically on that motorcycle. And even then he's not built to be on that motorcycle very well, to be honest. I mean, he almost fits on it better just standing on it awkwardly. But bike is pretty cool. You could probably get some pretty cool pictures out of it. And it, I mean, I was the guy who bought these, so I guess I can't complain too much about them. But take what you want from this review. If you decide that, you know, it ain't for you, or maybe you just want one of them and not both of them. But if you've seen the movie, him wearing this outfit is kind of like a big thing. He does it multiple times throughout the movie. So it's not just like a one-time, one and done sort of thing with him. Standing a little better like that, even though it's a little awkward. But short and sweet. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what you think about these toys if you got them. The number one thing about all of this is the bike with the helmet. That really makes the toy very cool. With the right posing and the right type thing, you might get something out of this. But I'm more excited to get into these. I think these are going to be really cool. But hope you guys enjoyed this. Leave me a comment. I will get around to all of them. I'm working at it. I've been very, very busy lately. We literally have 1 figures piling up. Like, I got Ninja Batman on horse. I got Ninja Batman before he goes through the time machine. I got to get all these things open, but work has been so crazy, and keeping up on orders has been another thing. We're not complaining. We're grateful for all of it, and I'm extremely grateful for all the support you guys show me on here. But keep it coming. But most of all, guys, keep buying toys. Playing with them to take some pictures at the very end and seeing them from a front-on view with the light hitting them. I actually do love them. I think it's very cool with that helmet on.